Hmm. All right, guys. How's everybody doing tonight? Where the heck is that noise coming from? All right, guys. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's see here. How's it going? How's it going? Hey, passerby. Trying to figure out where the heck the noise was coming from. Hopefully it went away. This is driving me nuts. Let me know if that noise continues. It sounds like one of those, I don't know, one of those fire alarm type things where they beep at you when the battery's going dead and that kind of stuff. Kind of what it reminds me of. It drives me nuts. So I think I stopped it, but you have to let me know. Yeah, the high pitch thing. Yeah. Can you still hear it anymore? It's gone? Good. Good. Yeah, I wasn't sure what was going on with that. I think it had something to do with my mic and the fact that I had my phone and a tablet both, I guess, listening in on my voice. So, yeah, yeah, it was, man. So anyhow, I decided to get on here for a little bit tonight because I really don't have anything better to do, to be quite honest with you. And, I got to go into town and pick up my wife in the early AM here. So I thought, might as well just get on here and waste some time, so to speak. Well, I can take a little bit off the center. This clay has so much grog in it. Hey, Leah. Nodding for a good friend of mine for a few, but I'll be back. Okay. I'll be here, Leah. I'll be here. So how's it going in Australia there, passerby? Isn't that where you're located? Australia? Modding. I assume that's what you meant, Leah. It was funny the way it read, but I kind of figured what you were talking about. So, have you been getting a lot of rain in Australia? We have gotten a lot of rain up here in Pennsylvania. Um, just a ton of rain. It's just crazy. Um, and we have a garden that I really haven't even been able to get into, and we have a swimming pool that's over full. Our chickens are their coop is just saturated. Poor ladies have to walk around in the mud. Well, they can get up on their perches, but you know what I'm saying. They just have to. No rain, by the way. My way, just start. Okay. Well, good for you. I mean, yeah, we got a load of it here. You can hear that grog. I don't. You can kind of hear how rough that is. I use that grog because it helps with the strength. I do like it, but this particular clay body has quite a bit of grog in it. This is not my speckled clay. This is the brown clay that I have, or the tan clay. This is the one I have trouble with bloating. And the kiln got up to almost a cone 7. The clay is supposed to go up to a cone 6. But I'm thinking that it won't even go much further than that because of the bloating. These here bowls have almost gotten too dry for me. I mean, it's not a powder, but I'll tell you what, it's getting close to that point. But what I do is I have a stone that I use. It's a stone that, oddly enough, my mother picked this up for me one time. She picked it up off of a beach somewhere. And she said, put that in your pocket and you ever get worried. She said, just rub that stone, with your fingers like that. And it's funny is I never really used it for that. But because of its shape, it actually works really good with pottery. Because it's narrow in here where I can get into the corners. What this will do for me is it will take that grog and just kind of lay it and push it back into the clay body, make this all smooth. So it burnishes the clay, is what it's doing. The technical answer is burnish. So any of you potters out there that might have clay that has a lot of grog in it, and you kind of like the grog because of it's an added strength, I think. That's how I use it, or why I use it. Get yourself a river stone, just a small one, and use it to burnish your clay. And I think you'll find that you'll like the outcome of your pots a lot better. Yeah. It did. It became an unexpected tool. And I tell you what, I'm glad she found it. She probably thought she was giving it to me for one reason, and it turns out I was able to use it for completely different, which is perfectly fine. I mean, it's wonderful actually that I had a use for it like this. I'll put my stamps on there. And then I I have a couple of these that's got a little ball on the end. I don't know if the camera will pick that up. There's a little ball on the end. It allows me to write the date in, which I really need to have my glasses for that. My readers. So what is this, the 5th month? I think that's all I need to do. We'll do that. There's one of them ready for drying. I really ought to burnish the inside of this thing. Hey Gail, how you doing? I'm doing great, Gail. Hear that hear that clay? It's all that grog that's in my clay. So I'm kind of burnishing the clay, kind of make it smooth again. Yeah, it is a bit dry too. It's on that borderline, you know, where it's not powdery, that it gets airborne, but it's just at that point where it's starting to get bone dry. It won't take probably but a day, actually, for this to finish drying completely. That'll make them nice and smooth. Yeah, I'm a little bit later tonight. I just started my live stream, so y'all are right on time. But I had these bowls that I had sitting on the shelf, and I thought I better get to those bowls. And of course, with Jackie being gone all week, I had to try to get to some things around here. I don't want her coming home to a completely messy house. She wouldn't be too happy about that, I'm sure. So I try to be a half decent, wise husband and at least clean up after myself a little bit. But my wife's the kind of wife that if she came home and the house was completely clean, she'd probably have a fit, because my wife's the kind of person that would probably feel like I don't need her. And that's just how my wife is. And, well, I don't want to do that to her. I want her to know that I do need her. So let's check the bottom of this. I think I left this pretty thick on the bottom, so I can put a foot on this one. Yeah, I can put a foot on this one. So how's everybody doing on a Friday night and a 3-day weekend, huh? Hope everybody's doing great. I'm very happy. They always go too quick, though. But I'm happy for a 3-day weekend. Adirondack, how you there? How you doing there, good buddy? Yeah, I told you I'd probably be going live. Just took me a little bit to kind of get ready, but here I am. So, and we are doing some trimming. At least till I get some of these done, then I might do some throwing yet too. I got to be able to. I got to be up and ready for my wife to get home around around 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I got to go pick her up at her sister's house in town, so I got to be awake for that. And I thought, well, I might as well just get on here and throw. I don't know if she'll even know that I'm on here. That's good. I'm glad you're doing well. You're waiting for me? Oh, yeah. You're all about done with what you have going on, huh? Let's see. How do I want to do this here? See, this one here is a lot nicer. This one isn't quite as dry. I think that other one was in a bag that had a hole in it. It kind of got dried out a little more than what it typically would. It's actually pretty nice right now to trim. Run the family shop a week when my dad is out of town. That's cool. Yeah, Gail, tonight she's coming home from Tennessee. She's down to and met Leah. Gave her pottery while she was down there. I was gonna just ship it, but Leah's like, no, I want to meet Miss Jackie. So I'm glad she got to meet her. Oh, I do miss her. I do. You know, it's amazing, you know, when you're with somebody all day long, right? Well, I'm not with her all day long because I don't work at home, but I'm with her all the time. We do everything together, right? So when she's not around, I miss her. You know, it's just I think it's just natural. You know, you kind of think like you probably won't miss somebody that bad, but you really do. Yeah, yeah, you agree too. Yep. You know, I think sometimes couples kind of need that time apart sometimes because it just kind of reassures your. I don't know. I think it kind of reassures why you're actually with that person. I guess what I was saying is a lot of times you take that person for granted, I think. And I don't mean in like in a bad way, but you take them being around all the time for granted is what I'm talking about. So now, Gail, do you go into your studio on weekends too? I would imagine weekends is probably pretty busy. Oh, that's cool. So I guess you must have a key if you have 24-hour access, which is kind of nice if you're doing some firing, right? And you want to go check on it or something, you can go in and check if you need to, or that's pretty cool. I'm going to see how this wooden knife folds over the clay particles. I did make it just a little bit wet. I think that stone probably works a lot better. That's doing a good job. It really is, actually. Pushes that grog back in that clay. This burnishes the clay a little bit. That's all we're doing here. I did, but they switched it to a fob, so now I have a fob. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool that they do that, Gail. Like a nice rounded foot on there to look kind of cool. Let's move this clay out up here too. Hey, Jackie. I was wondering if you'd find me. I didn't send you a notification, but I got bored, so I decided to come on and do a live. I was just talking about you. I was saying good things too. I wasn't lying either. I had a pretty good day at work. You know, it was as good a day as I could have at work, right? With the stress and all, but it went all right. I made some progress with my project. put a little line around the top edge of that bowl. I would add some designs in my bowl, especially my mixing bowls, because I always make them a little bit thicker anyhow. So it probably wouldn't hurt to put a design on the outside of the bowl, fluted or something to that nature, just so it's not just a flat surface. You live close, so you can check on greenware and the kiln and come and go. Oh, that's great, Gail. That's really awesome. Yeah, because you know how greenware can be. Sometimes it gets to that point where if you let it go another day, it's gonna be too freaking hard to try to trim. I've been there. I have a couple pieces here. They're probably that way. Slip director. I do have some slip bulbs here that I could actually do some slip trailing on here. I did buy a set that had different gauges and stuff like that I could do some slip trailing. Because I really have never done it very much, Gail. So it gave me a chance to practice anyhow. I should try to do that someday, since I have the stuff that I can do it. I mean, you can apply it with a brush too, but I'm just like, if you wanted to do lines or something like that, or I have these bulbs that have different gauge things on them. So I'm sure you know what I mean. Slip decorate now too. Yes, I could. You're absolutely right. Actually, now is probably a good time to actually slip trail this, because it's actually at a very good consistency. It's not too dry. It's not too wet. You saw the way it trimmed off. It trimmed off really nice. On my way home to you. Great mixing bowl. Yeah, I think it is a nice mixing bowl too. Nice, good size. I think everybody can use a mixing bowl. And let's face it, some of these college students could use this as a cereal bowl. Or a ramen noodle bowl. The brush move up and down like a nice swirl. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely could do that. I don't know if I have any slip. Of course, I do in the bucket over there. I have slip that I could do that on. I've never really tried it. Let's do a smaller bowl with the slip once and see how I do. So I don't mess up a nice big bowl. I don't think I'll mess it up. I mean, I don't know of anything that's really messed up when it comes to ceramics. It's always in the eye of the beholder. Nice heavy edge on there. I like that. Can I get this? Come on. There we go. That's pretty daggone close. It's fun. It also looks good under certain glazes. I bet it does. I've seen it. I've seen some slip trailing already. It looks pretty cool. I think even Ed Vaughn does some of that slip trailing as well. You ever see his umbrella stands and stuff? Man, I love it. I want to try that someday. Nice smooth edge. There we go. Here's a nice shaped bowl too. Nice shaped bowl. Nice size. It's going to shrink up a little bit, but I mean, it's still a nice size bowl. That foot is a little bit wet yet. So I need to put something underneath it. Because I don't have anything on these shelves. And it'll leave little marks on my foot on the bottom of that. Let's just put him up there. What else do I got going on here? I got a mug, but I'm afraid the mug's gone. I'm afraid he got too hard. Yep. I can't put a handle on him. Well, I could. Well, he's too much for slip too. He's pretty dry, unfortunately. Yeah. That's okay. He can do a recycling. Another big mixing bowl. Yeah, that's a good bit on the bottom of that one too. Nice thickness. Awesome. Now, show what I should try. Just put my chamois down. No, who are you talking about? Umbrella stands. Oh, hi, Mandy. Classes for many years and learn a lot. That's for sure, Gail. Yeah, I'm glad to see you in here, Mandy. Good to see you in here. It is a nice glass. You're right about that. It's just too far to put a handle on that one. But so anyhow, Ed Vaughn. Yeah, Ed Vaughn. Isn't that his name? No. It's Vaughn. His first name is Vaughn. Right? I think his first name is Vaughn, I think. Oh, thank you, Mandy. I don't see you, but hello, Mandy. From Canada. Yes, he's from Canada. He's from Canada. What's his name? Isn't his last name Vaughn? Vaughn Smith. Is that it? Is that it? I don't know why I want to say Ed Vaughn, but I don't think that's clearly not it. Oh, see, now I can't slide the bowl on this. Yeah, I can't slide the bowl on that. It would hold my piece down real nice, but I can't slide it to center. Vaughn Smith. Okay. Vaughn Smith. So I had it right once. Did you ever see the umbrella stands he did with the whales and stuff on it? It's kind of like a, I don't know. He's up there right close to the water, so his stuff always has fish and stuff like that, or boats. And I don't know why I want to say Ed Vaughn though. Why would I say Ed Vaughn? Probably because I know Ed Vaughn. Pretty sure I used to know an Ed Vaughn. Oh, come on. No, the first one went really, really easy. Don't be so difficult. Come on now. You have one of his bowls from the 70s. Cool. If you could tell now, maybe she doesn't have her chat settings. Oh, that could be. Instead of top messages. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mandy, that definitely could be. Well, I'm doing great. I am doing good. I got to pick Jackie up at her sister's house at 3 o'clock, probably 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So, do I want to go to bed? Do I want to stay up? I don't know. I'm ready for Jackie to be home. Nova Scotia, yes. He does the scaligraphy. Is that what it's called? Where you carve in through your glaze. Is that what's called, scaligraphy, or is it called? Oh, doggone! What is the name for it? Scrivito. I think it's called Scrivito, if I'm not mistaken, Gail. Scrivito. If I'm not mistaken, Gail, I think that's what it's called, but you correct me if I'm wrong. You might actually know the term, but I think it's Scrifito or Scrifito, yeah. Where you carve in, you glaze it, but you glaze it on greenware, I think it is, isn't it? And then you carve in Scrifito. Yeah, Scrifito. Yeah. Okay, good. I got it. So anyhow, he did umbrella stands. Them things were tall. If you come off the wheelhead, I bet you they were just huge. They'd done them in two halves. But very, very cool. You do it a lot? I haven't tried it yet. Oh, early bird Terry. I'm sure seeing your wife always getting her up early. Use exercise, a cup of coffee. Yes, for sure. For sure, Mandy. I am excited to have her home. She is, I think she was on here. I don't know if she still is. I know she loses service here and there on the trip, so she could be in and out of the live. Her sister's doing all the driving, so she's supposed to stay up and keep her sister awake. I said, Jackie, you're probably not the best one for that. My wife, I swear, she's just like, if you if she relaxes in her chair, to watch TV, her head goes back. She's like on baby dolls where their eyes go closed when their head goes back. She's asleep, just that quick. That's just how she is. But then again, she gets up really, really early. So happy for you that you get to see Jackie again tomorrow. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I do miss her. I hand built 2 umbrella pots in a Jamaican technique. Interesting. Coil and dancing around the pot. Really? That's interesting, Gail. So glad to hear. I'm doing well myself. Had a very productive Friday. That's awesome. Before our unfortunately rainy Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, how about that? I mean, today we didn't actually have any rain, but all this week it's been nothing but rain. I'm hoping that the weekend is not going to have a whole lot of rain up here. We'll probably do something small here at the house, burgers and that kind of thing. And probably some of the brave kids will try to get in the pool. It's about as cold could be right now. But, the bravest of the brave, they'll try jumping in. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. The Jamaican, you coil potted it, that's quite a process. So you did the coil pot on the wheel, I bet, right? Where you made coils and just kept going around and around. And I've watched, what's his name? Matthew Kelly, where he will do pots like that too. When he gets up so high, he'll start doing coils for some of his really big pots. I still use it sometimes, but Sgraffito was one of my go-tos. I gotta try it. I do have to try it. I don't really have a lot of underglazes, so I want to get some underglazes. I can do that then. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know if you ever seen some of the bowls that Vaughn does as well, with the horses and stuff like that, and where he'll layer them. He layers them around the bowl. Like he has cutouts of just regular, it's almost like newspaper, but I think it's old phone books. Remember how they used to be? And he has a bunch of those where he'll trace out some animals and that kind of thing, and then put them, around, and then do another color, and then put, it's pretty cool. You got to watch him. It's pretty cool. I like watching the old potters. There's always something to learn, always something to learn. If I ever stop learning this craft, then I might as well just stop doing it, because it's just fascinating. And every potter does stuff a little bit differently, and which is kind of cool, that you can, because sometimes, you look at a potter doing something a certain way and you're like, I never tried it that way. And then you give it a shot and it's like, I like it. I'm the same way, Terry. The recliner is the perfect recipe for naps. My wife feels the same way. Let's see. Especially having a soft blanket on me at all times, I have a rule that I can't pull it up to my neck because it will, probably put you to sleep, right? Yeah, put you to sleep 100% of the time. Yep, that's my wife. That's for sure. And my wife loves, and Gail, close your ears. My wife loves the Steelers, Pittsburgh Steelers. So she has a Steelers blanket that she'll throw on her, and she'll be out. I know Gail is a big Ravens fan, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, Sunset, how you doing? Adirondack is still here. That's awesome, Andy. I've had a long day at work. Client for 8-3 and drove the farm store. Leave her about 10. Wow. Made snickerdoodle cookies. Oh, geez. Half the batch burned on the bottom. Oh, geez. I like snickerdoodles. Yes, coil. No, we did them on the board, put them on top of an empty overturned glaze bucket. Then you move around your piece with the coils, working them into the piece by moving it up and down. Okay. Yeah, you finally caught it alive, Sunset. Well, that's pretty interesting, Gail. I'm glad you're here, Sunset. It's been a while, right? Several Ravens blankets. Bella is asleep on one now. Oh, my. That stone does an amazing job of burnishing that pottery, that clay. Sunset, are you still working on pottery? I hope you are. I hope you're able to. I haven't seen you live for a while either. That's so amazing. So I hope that the client was kind to you and was successful. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I love farm stores too. We have one up here as well. It's been too long. It sure has been too long. For sure, young lady. I had my wheels, still got to set it up and get the clay. So busy with my baby. I understand. I understand the busy with the baby thing. I get you. The baby is more important. But I'm glad to hear from you again because I haven't heard from you in so long. I've been wondering, whatever happened to Sunset? Let's see. It's a little bit larger one. It's probably the largest one I have too. Yeah, Leah dropped in. She's going to be back, she said. My girl turns one in less than 2 months. Wow. Oops, I did say farm. I meant farm store. I laugh out loud. It's the board game shop. Oh, okay. Let's see. Sam Wallace Clayworks facilities manager is from Jamaica and teaches the class. He does all the kiln fires for the students and bisque firings. Cool. Very cool, Gail. My point still stands. Love farm stores. I remember the farm store or the fam store. In fact, I still subscribe ever since we came into the first year. Oh, cool. Yo, Sunset whips up some pots now. Adirondack, were you live here lately? I haven't. I have my notification sent for all on your YouTube channel, but I haven't gotten any notifications, so I don't know if you were live. That's why I'm asking if you were live lately. So stop because I moved. Yeah. He won the Big Maryland Arts Award this year. It came with $10,000. Holy smokes. That's amazing. And he's at your studio. That's pretty cool. That is very cool. I forgot when I went live, but it was late. Yeah. I go live on Monday. Okay, Adirondack goes live on Monday. Might add another day here and there soon. Let's see. Monday is live day. And Tuesdays for long form, I believe. Yeah, that's kind of, that makes sense, I think. I do need to become more consistent with YouTube, and I probably will, but it's going to take me a little bit to do that. I got a lot of things I'm working on, so they're going to come first, but I do need to spend a little bit more time on YouTube and just get consistent at it. Because I should have a lot more subscribers by now. It's just that I haven't been posting every day, and I haven't, I think if I posted every day, possibly did some shorts, and stuff like that, I think my channel would probably grow pretty quickly. But, you got to have time for all that too. Let's see, money line. Yeah, Sam's been at the clay works almost as long as me. Likes to tease me. He knows I'm sensitive. Well, you got to have fun though, right? Let's see. That's kind of not what I want though. I want a different shape in there, and I can't find the shape. That's almost too much as well. And I got a good bridge here, but I don't want it that deep. If I do that in there, that's too big. That ain't gonna work for me either. That actually might work. Do what you do best, whatever you want, and then when you want. Okay. Yep. Yeah, well, that's true. That's very true. Very true, Mandy. Yeah, I'm starting to learn to give things up, right? Like, and here's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about giving things up. I'm talking about things that might stress you out, um, things you might worry about. I'm learning to just let it go. Um, I feel like I have to. I feel like I have to let it go, cause just for my health, right? I have to let things go sometimes. It's things that that you have no control over. I have a problem with that, where even though I don't have any control over it, my feelings I'll tend to analyze everything. I overanalyze actually a lot of things, and I really shouldn't. I need to just cut it out, and I'm trying to. So that's one thing I'm trying to do for myself is cut that kind of stuff out. I really need to probably. I don't want to though. I don't want to load that down there. Let's see if I can get it centered on here. This won't move. And then he got a word for the garden party. Professional crew was filming him, and they were making a movie about him, and told us that we could see it in 1.5, 2 years. Oh wow! I swear those burnt bottom snickerdoodle cookies in the trash are taunting and making me feel guilty. Oh man. Oh, wow, he must be great. Congratulations to him. Yeah, for sure. That will be cool when the movie comes out. Let's see if I can do it with it all centered. If I sit here and follow, I can just follow it around. All right. Guys, I'm throwing a party for my baby girl. Oh, yeah, that's cool. You should. I mean, she probably won't remember it at 1 year old, but you're going to always remember it, and you'll always have pictures, right? I'd throw her a party for sure. And then you'll be able to show her when she gets older, the pictures and stuff. Oh, wow. That's funny. My one son was into Elmo. He loved Elmo. It should be here all time flies. That's right. Time does fly. It's way too quick. So take advantage of every moment. Don't put off. Don't put off anything in your life because you don't know. And that's one thing where I'm headed with my life is I'm starting to really evaluate my life when it comes to that. I spent a lot of my time feeling like I have to go to a job every day, that I have to do that. And I think it's just hardwired into me for so long, because I did it for so long, when I know that, especially now today, I know that with online, and everything like that, I could make this happen very easily. A full-time career with pottery. Because of the online selling and all that, you can sell everywhere. It's so easy now. Before, we were going to shows all the time. That's just where we sold. Son said, that is wonderful. I remember my son's first birthday. Had lots of pictures. His birthday was last week. He turned 44. Wow, that's awesome. Let's see. I love Elmo too. Play with it. Stuck it with tons of pictures, videos. That's awesome. That's awesome, Sunset. You actually have a Sesame Street shirt that says, everything I know I learned on the streets. That's pretty cool, Mandy. That's pretty cool. She did the cutest thing today. She played with our cat, Stella, and she was being so gentle to my girl. That's awesome that your cat is so gentle with your baby girl. That is awesome. Sometimes cats don't want anything to do with babies, you know? I gotta say, that's a very nice bowl. I like the shape of that bowl. I love the shape of that bowl. I put a little nice edge on it to kind of dress that edge up a little bit. Very nice bowl. It's probably about a 1/4 inch thick, to be honest with you, a little bit more. I do make my bowls, I keep repeating this, but I do make my mixing bowls thicker because of the use that they tend to get. We have 10 people in here. 10 people in here, man. Click the thumbs up, guys. Click the thumbs up. It's going to help. It helps my channel if you click the thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Trying to grow my channel slowly, but I do pottery throwing on here. Right now I'm just trimming some pots that I've already thrown. They've been drying a little bit. But I made a lot of bowls, so that's what I'm trimming now is a bunch of bowls. Let's see. She's a rescue kitty. That's cool. Got it at Walmart. So wonderful. That's wonderful. Yeah. The girl's birthday, maybe in another bird dance. That's awesome. Yeah. Thank you, Gail. I thought it was pretty nice myself, if I do say so myself. I've been blessed to be able to make stuff like this, you know? I didn't leave a whole lot in the bottom of that one, so it's going to have a flat bottom. But this is just a tiny bowl. Just a tiny, tiny bowl. Are you burnishing these? Yes. I have been burnishing them. I use a little pebble, a little creek pebble, nice and smooth all the way around. I use that. I also use one of my wooden tools, just any wooden tool, and I can burnish it like that too. But I find that the little river rock or pebble, as you say, it works really well. I also have another one of those somewhere else, but it works really, really well. I have one here. I mean, this side here is broken off, but nice and smooth all the way around here. Use that for burnishing. But my clay has a lot of grog in it, so it's very rough. It's even rough when you throw. It's just that groggy. But that's why I burnish it. It helps to push all that grog back in because it lifts out, of course, when you're trimming and stuff. Yeah. Well, yeah. They will look shiny when I burnish them, for sure. I mean, you're talking about probably before, but if you were to feel them, though, you'd be able to feel the grog on the outside. They say his line, miss him dearly. Yeah, I don't know when he's going to go live again. You love the burnishing? Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. It makes the carbon marks. Yeah. I like it. This clay, I wish I would have bought more of the speckled clay. I really like the speckled clay better than I like this clay. And this clay here, I had some bloating as well. So I don't know what that is exactly, why it's bloating. It wasn't every piece either. But I failed to put some cones in the bottom of my kiln. So I don't know if the bottom got hotter. Because that's where the pieces were that were bloated. Well, they're to the middle to the bottom. Middle to the bottom is really where they were. Let's see. There's the chat stop going online. Discord died down a lot. Yeah, I never really got into Discord a whole lot. So, I mean, I made my own Discord on there and stuff, but I spent very little time on there. I just got so much else to work on and do, and it's just another one of those things, you know. Let's see, I use a ton of grog because of the atmospheric fire. I even add grog to my commercial clays. That's cool. Well, that makes a lot of sense actually, that you would do that. Especially if you're firing a cone 10. I think the reduction fire, you do need a little more grog. I would think that this clay would take a little bit more heat. But I'm kind of thinking it can't. We shall find out, though. I want to build a reduction kiln. When I do my new studio, I want to have it out back. It'll be outside, just gas fired, but you don't have to worry about so much. Oh, hey, Sabrina. How you doing? Good evening. Long time to see Sabrina. Yeah, for sure. I feel like I got the whole crew in here almost. It's a little late, you know, for some people. But it's only 10 o'clock. I mean, it's not bad. We're on the East Coast here. I'm going to do a smaller one. Let's see. They are lidded, aren't they? The bloated pieces. Lidded? No, they're not lidded. No, they weren't lidded pieces. If that's what you mean. Let's see. Oh no, I fire a barrel in a barrel, cone '06, and I nearly hit '05 in a couple times. It's similar to Raku. Okay. All right, I got you. I got you. All right, Adirondack. I understand now. I've never did a Raku either, or Raku. I think that's how you actually say it. Let's see. Yeah, Sabrina, I haven't heard you for a while. You might have been in some other lives. I don't know. Glad to see you dropped in. It's good to have you in here. I'm glad to hear. Happy and alive. Can't ask for more. For sure. Been here. Some of these bowls got a little dry on me. Let me trim a little bit off here. I didn't leave much in the bottoms of these bowls. Not much at all. And Jackie was in here too. I guess she dropped out. I don't know. She's on her way home, so her phone service may not be the best. Then we had Leah in the chat too. She said she's subbing, or what'd she say? She's modernizing somewhere on another channel, that she would stop back. I haven't seen her for a while yet. So I'm glad everybody's here though. That is here. We'll be doing all nighter, Terry. Not going to get. Yeah, that's probably the case, Mandy. Is I might do an all nighter. I just might do that because if I go to bed, the problem is if I go to bed now, I'm not really going to get that much sleep, So it's almost like might as well just stay up. I don't know. Yeah, this bowl got a little more dried out than the other one did. I can take more out of here. It was a little bit thicker right in this area. Yeah, this one's got a little bit dry on me. I'm not seeing any dust fly up. So how you been doing, Sabrina? Been doing pretty good? Let's see. Gonna have to sharpen the tool. I know. I'm telling you, man. It's this grog is, and being that it's drier, it's the tool is going to take its toll on the tool, all right? For sure. I'll have to see if I can make the 4 in the morning. I will be. I'll certainly be tired by then, for sure. I don't know. Maybe I'll go to bed at like. Maybe I'll go to bed at like 12 or something. I don't know. 11:30. You're a grown man. Just don't want to do nothing off behind the nothing off behind the wheel. No, I'm not going to do that. No, I won't do that. I've never done that. There's one thing about me driving. I've never gotten tired from driving, and I've always been wide awake even if I haven't had much sleep. I just find that I cannot sleep in a car. I just can't. Even if I'm a passenger, I cannot sleep in a car. Let's see. I sharpen mine with a little fine file consistently. Okay. Yeah, I gotta do that too. Actually, Adirondack, I have to go through and sharpen mine up, especially this tool here. I use this almost all the time. It's just been a really good tool for me. Many don't call this young buck old. How rude. Yeah, I'm still in my early 40s. Actually, I do feel about early 40s as far as how I feel about my age. I don't feel my age, so, which is good. Let's see. I just realized that you have the same metal shelves as we do, but we use them for our pantry. Yeah, so they probably came from Sam's Club, the metal shelving. I have 3 of these big ones. This one's not quite as long as the other 2 I have, and then I have the black one here in the back, which probably came from Walmart. My wife had this up in the pantry. She was using it and decided she didn't need that one, which I'm surprised. So as soon as she said that, I was like, I'll take it because I need shelving down here. So yeah, they probably came from Sam's Club. What's Walmart, Sam's Club, same thing, right? Where did I say old? That's awesome, Sabrina. Don't go twisting my words, sir. That's funny. Grown man might as well be the same thing. Oh my. I don't know. I mean, grown man, that could mean a lot of different, ages, I think. Listen, grown man. I'm about to be 24. I'm grown/old. 24. Holy crap, dude. You didn't even start your life yet. 24. You guys are. Many of you are young, aren't you? Hey, Leah joined the chat. I don't know how old Gail is, and she probably ain't gonna tell, but that's okay. I'm 57, but I don't feel 57 at all. But if you're in your 20s, man, you guys are just starting your life, you know? I know sometimes it don't feel that way, but you guys are just starting your life. I called my son. He was a grown man when he was 30 and married. Yes, Leah, you're late. You're late. Thank you, Leah. If you want one, I know where you can get one. If I wasn't clear, sorry, totally joking. I'll be 26 in August. You guys are young. But that's wonderful, you know. I have kids your age. You know that, right? I actually have a child that's older than that. So, which is pretty interesting because she is 30. She's 37. 37 years old. Wow. That really makes me feel old to think about that. Let's see. And you'll be 30 for the 4th year in a row. You're definitely not old. Gail says she's a bit older. Okay, Gail. You joined that conversation, and we don't know if you're a bit older than Leah or Mandy. I'd say it's just a number when you get as old as I am. Because you're kind of like, you're as old as you feel. You know? You're as old as you feel. So when you get to my age, you're kind of like, yeah, well, that might be my age, but I don't feel that way. So let's see. August babies. I'm an October baby. Oh, that's okay, Leah. That is indeed older than I. Age is a state of mind anyway, which means I'm about 12. Mandy. Don't we wish, to go back to those years when we were just kids. We didn't have a care in the world. Our care was, what were we going to do that day? You know what I mean? What fun were we going to have? Oh man, to go back to that age where you're, everything's still new. It's like, I don't know. I bet Auntie Jackie is ready to get home. Oh yeah. Yeah, she's actually, Leah, she's on her way home actually. The girls decided that they were going to leave tonight. And from what I was told, Jackie should get to her sister's house at about 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning. So that means I'm up till 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning. So here I am. I thought, I'm just going to jump on, do it live. Why not, right? I miss her though. Mandy, no way. At least 18. Gail. Gail's not saying her age. She just says that she's almost that old. But she wasn't talking about 70. She was talking about when everybody was saying their age, and she was like, yeah, I'm about that old. Which I thought was pretty creative for her to jump in and do that. You were talking about me. Who? Which one? Me? Me? You're about as old as me? I think you're about as young as me. Or you're probably younger than me. Oh my. I shouldn't let these poor bowls get the way they have. Let's see. I have got your birthday saved, Lee. Baby boy starts kindergarten on your birthday. Cool. What a birthday gift that is. So far, Leah is the closest. Do same math. I'm just told everyone how old my son was last week. Oh, okay. Does Lee remember my birthday? 68, she says. No pressure, only our friendship remains in balance. Mandy, that's funny. Older than you. No, you're not older than me. I'm old as dirt. I'm old as dirt. Remember when your parents used to tell you they're older than dirt? It's like, yeah, you act like you're older than dirt. Rest in peace, that trimming tool. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That poor trimming tool. You could hear it that time, couldn't you? I am going to have to sharpen it after all this. It's dying on me. But this clay has a lot of grog, man. And you said you're used to having a lot of grog in your clay. Do you burnish your bowls too? If you're putting a lot of grog in them, in your clay. It's at the end, 24th. He's lurking, 28, 67. Oh, man, Mandy, 67. You're not 67. Mandy, that is the funniest thing I've heard in a long time. Pressure. You guys are funny. That's funny. Need to write everyone's. Yeah, somebody needs to keep track of all this. Oh man, Leah would be the one to write it all down too. You can't even remember family members and remember my babies because they came out of me. Yeah, it's kind of hard to forget about that. Oh man. 14? Fair, fair. No. The 20th. 72 Gail whispers it's the same day as Michael Jackson's birthday. Oh. I don't know when Michael Jackson's birthday is. And off Lee goes to search bar. I can see her doing that now. The search bar. She's already looking it up. You can hear it going. You hear her typing from here. Laugh out loud. You know me well. The 28th, my first guess was only a few days off. I should have trusted myself because I was going to guess 29th because my mom is May 29th, and I thought maybe I confused it. Ugh, laugh out loud. I can't take it. I had to do the math in my head. Gail says, I'm 71. I can't believe it myself. I don't look it, act like it, or think like it. How about that, Gail? God bless you. God bless you. Because you know what, Gail? I feel the same way. I don't feel that old at all. You know, I don't feel my age. And with the exception of my freaking, my gray, I don't look it. I don't think I look like I'm 57 years old. If I got rid of my gray, I probably wouldn't even, you probably wouldn't even think I was in my 50s, is my guess. I really don't have that many wrinkles. And my body does not feel this old either. I can still do sit-ups and push-ups and all that good stuff. I don't have aches and pains. Thank God I don't have arthritis yet. Let's see. It's what I get known for almost a year now, Lee. No, I wouldn't have ever guessed that, Gail, had you not said older than Murray. You're very young at heart. Well, yeah. You can tell that by talking to Gail that she is not that she probably wouldn't, you would never know that she was at that age, right? Because she certainly doesn't talk that way, and I think her thoughts, of course, would not be that way either. So I think she's right on the money in saying that it's only a number to her because she doesn't feel that way, look like that way, talk that way, or anything. So I lied to me, Terry. You said 40s. Yeah, I am about 40. I believed you. Did you believe me? Oh man, dude. Thank you. Thank you. If you actually believe me, I mean, not that I don't want to lie to you. I'm just saying that, by the looks of me, if you thought that I was actually that age, I'm doing pretty good then. But I don't try to deceive anybody. We're all childhood friends in my book. I don't see y'all as any different, no matter what ages you may be. Exactly, Mandy. I feel the same way, actually. I feel like we could probably all meet up in a park somewhere and have a good old time. Have a big old picnic or something. It figures that the very first bowl I did, and one of the biggest bowls I did, I put up here and just centered it right away. And then I take one like this, and it just, you know. I can usually do it just by one hand. Let's see. Right, Mandy. The internet can be a terrible thing, but also an amazing thing. Gail says, people think I'm fibbing when they see me. I bet they do, Gail. I want to meet you, Gail, actually. Maybe we can do that this summer sometime. I want to come down to your studio. It would have to be probably a weekend, though, Gail. But I would like to come down because we're so close to each other. I mean, it seems ridiculous that, you know, we got to meet up. The betrayal, Mandy says. Absolutely. All things in life are. Yeah. Let's see. At Lee. Gotta find the sweet spot in the meeting. Yeah. Yeah, that's just it. You know, it's just trying to find it. It just does. This wheel also has ridges on it. Like just even in the spots that it's like the way they made the wheel. It just has. It reminds me of a record player. Actually, is what like a record is what it reminds me of. Just the ridges they put in it. I mean, they're almost wore down, but it don't want to center real easy that way. Let's see. So true. I usually don't care. Gail says I usually don't care and tell my age all the time. Yeah. Because you don't feel that way, right? You don't feel that way. You don't look that way. You don't talk that way. So that's the way I feel about it too. I don't mind saying my age because I don't feel like it. You know, just don't feel like it. What's the matter, Sadie? Do you have to go outside? Sadie, I can hear her pacing. I can hear my puppy pacing on the floor. Back and forth on the hallway. She's probably, and the thing is, she doesn't want to come down here because of the steps. Let's see. I usually don't care. Tell me my age of time. Face you. Race you to the swings, Mandy. That's so funny. Random thought. I can put a potato in the ground and it will grow, right? Yeah, actually, if it's got spuds on it, you can. Yeah, if you let a potato grow spuds, they're little white things that come off the potato. If you let it start to grow spuds like that, put it in the ground, it'll start growing a potato. Imagine a picnic. Bring a big bunch of blankets. Sit in the circle under the lots of trees. Y'all sit on your wheels. I play music for folks. Hey, that's a great idea, Mandy. That's a great idea. We should do that. I don't know how far everybody lives from everybody else, but that would be a lot of fun if we can kind of meet in the middle somewhere and do that. That'd be a lot of fun, actually. And pottery in the park. Potter and friends. Pottery, yeah. Potters and friends. That would be cool to do. Although we'd have to find some place to rent some wheels, probably. Because not everybody can just bring their wheel and they don't always have to drive there, you know. And these bowls are just getting drier and drier. I mean, I should probably throw some water. I only have 2 more to do, so I'm glad I'm actually doing these tonight because probably another day they'd be too dry. Let's see. You're always welcome. Thank you, Gail. How do you know I love the swings? Let's see. Yes, you can put it in a hole. Yes. Let me get my glasses. I can't swear I can't see this print. Yes, you can put it in a whole lots of slices and make sure that it's a couple eyes. Yeah, eyes. Like Manny says before placing. Yeah. Yeah, give it a shot, man. It'd be a lot of fun. Some people don't realize that you can just grow vegetables from other vegetables, and because they all have seeds. You know. As a matter of fact, we had pumpkins, and these weren't even the cooked type pumpkins. These were the big orange, pumpkins. We were growing those one year, and it's funny because it kept growing and growing and growing, and we're like, this pumpkin was freaking huge. It was just a huge pumpkin. I don't know how much it weighed because we had no way of weighing it. There was no way to pick the thing up. It was just humongous. So, getting back to that subject, we saved the seeds from that watermelon, and we replanted them. So we're hoping for another big, gigantic pumpkin. Let's see. I'm going to have to hit the sack soon because I got to get up early, do some chores. Boo. Boo. No, I'm amazed at how old I am. When I turned 70, I was so ticked. I just laughed. It was exciting. Let's see. Mandy with a tongue out. Hey, Cynthia, how you doing? Yeah, you're late. You're a little bit late, but it's all right. You put a damp rag over them. Yeah, I should have put a damp rag over them because they were starting to get a little too dry. I shouldn't have left them go that long, but I did. I feel actually pretty good right now, though. Even that edge is not even that rough, so that's good. How are you doing, Cynthia? I got to get myself a cabinet that I can just put stuff in so I don't have to use bags all the time. Yeah, Mandy. I was just chopping off the eyes to make Zoe smashed taters, and I was thinking that if I could grow in a bag, and they got the gross. Yeah, you can do that for sure, Adirondack, for sure. Well, that reminds me, make sure that your hole is able to drain properly. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Pottery Pals at the park. There you go. That's a good one. Pottery Pals at the park. Tickled. Tickled. Yeah, when you said it, you laughed. I figured it meant tickled, not ticked. Thanks, Mandy. So I could plant the pieces that I cut off with eyes. I think you can. Because the eyes is the part that turns into the root. Isn't that the case, Mandy? I'm pretty sure that's what happens. Ever since the masters of Swan City were doing lots of up picks, they've been really longing for an up pick field trip. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, would be cool, wouldn't it? It would be cool. You going to bed, Leah? Can't stay up with us folks, huh? Here are the roughs or hand goes. Pick apples, strawberries, and raspberries. Apples, blueberries. Ruff's Orchard. Okay, I got you. Sounds crazy, out of context, but yes. Or just leave the eyes in the potatoes and they'll sprout on their own. She needs some mashed, but it's mashed potatoes. Oh man, get some more potatoes. Get some more taters. Let them in the bag for a while. They'll start growing eyes. Well, where the eyes are, they'll start growing right out of those eyes. If you leave them in a dark, cool place, they'll start sprouting. This poor tool. This poor tool. It's actually still pretty sharp. I kind of think it's made out of spring steel. And with a shape that it helps keep it stiff. And spring steel will actually stay sharp for quite a long time. Or do what Terry said and get more, and they'll sprout out. Maybe, yeah, they will. They'll just sprout right out. Notice I'll plant them Sunday, and they'll have mashed taters tonight. Throw them in the Ziploc in the cupboard. Yeah, do that. Will, won't it? It's going to need some help for sure. I'm surprised how sharp it actually is still. With this clay body, it's just, man. It's not like a nice soft clay, you know? But I find that the grog helps to make it stronger. When we made, which we guys do that, I don't know. Let me finish my sentence. That's my ADD working. Anyhow, we we used to make pizza plates, basically. You know, like there's a pizza stone. That's what I want to say. Pizza stone. We used to make pizza stones quite a bit, and they were only a 1/4 inch thick. They weren't real thick pizza stones. Well, matter of fact, we still have ours up here, and we never wash it. It's never been glazed, and all we do is just scrape it off. You know, like Pampered Chef always had those plastic things like this that you could scrape off your stones and stuff, and that's what we do. We never put soap or anything on it. Never put water in it or nothing like that. Although it's completely vitrified, but those stones, we had a lot of grog in them, the clay body, and they're just, man, they just last forever. That's back when I had a slab roller at one time. We made a bunch of those. They sold like crazy. People like pizza stones. They like their frozen pizza. You know, it's a quick thing to put in the oven. Yeah. That's intense. Made a pun. Lid. It definitely does. The grog is the only way I'm able to pit fire commercial clays. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Let's see. Oh, also, store onions next to potatoes, and they'll spoil faster and get eyes faster. I didn't know that. That's a good point, Mandy. I didn't even know that. I think Mandy must have done this a few times. Oh, potato bins. I know about potato bins. We used to have milk bins back in my day on your front porch for the milkman to drop your milk off. Potato bins. It probably goes back that old too. Potato bins. This one feels like it dried out too. It's certainly getting there. The rim's getting dried out. Gonna put onion scraps with my potatoes. What the hell? Pay it any? Must read. Store. Yeah, for sure. Do some reading, man. There's all kinds of info out there. Yep, dark and cool place. They'll grow every time. Every time they'll grow. They seem to like cool, dark places. Well, you guys know that where my kiln's sitting is actually what they called a cold cellar. That's where they used to store their vegetables back in the day. My house is over 50. Yeah, it's over 50 years old. It's actually closer to 60 years old now. Come on. Why am I not getting this? I could just try tap and center. But I never really had to. It just actually always went. Nothing. I'll make these rice dishes and nothing. That's why I'm here. In mashed potatoes, 11 o'clock. So you have a picky eater, do you? A picky eater. I gotta say, I was a picky eater when I was a kid too. I mean, my mother always made me try everything that they made, but it doesn't mean I liked it, and it doesn't mean I ate it. Usually, I'd go hungry because I wouldn't want to eat it. They have more modern bins that are more like wire baskets that you can put in your pantry, mountain walls to store produce that doesn't need to be refrigerated. Veggie. Sadie, I gotta let my dog out, guys. I think she's got her legs crossed up there. I'm actually surprised that she doesn't have to go that bad. She didn't just come down and get me. But like I said, she don't like the steps because she can see through them. All right, let me go let her out real quick. I'll be right back. So talk amongst yourselves for a minute while I'll let my puppy outside. Gotta go outside? Let's go. Let's go. Go get it. Hey, puppy. Hey, puppy. Yeah. You guys should still be able to hear me up here. I still have my mic on. Come on, Sadie. Come on, girl. She must have really had to go, huh? It's taking her a little while. All right. She's taking a while. Guess she really had to go. Really had to go. There we go. I'm just gonna let her out there for a little bit. It's not like it's bad outside or cold or anything. Zoe ain't no kid. Whispers. Instant pots for mashed potatoes. It's a godsend. Keep them microwave. The skins. I like the skins. I like potato skins. I like them in salt and butter too, which is probably not the healthiest thing, but I like them. That thing it's just a really nice trimming tool. I must say so myself, this tool is actually really good. They'll keep the skins for our mashed taters, liver benefits, and added extra texture of yum. Yeah, yeah, me too. I like them for sure. Wow. I'm glad I didn't wait any longer for these things. I would have never got my stamp in them. I do lots of cooking. I make the meals for my family during the day. I'm the body of my disabled. I'm the body for my disabled dad, and he's the brain. And if I have questions and things of the meal plans for the week, that's awesome. That's very cool. My wife makes all the stuff here. I am no cook, you know, and she's the one that's got the green thumb. And she could grow anything. I'm telling you, and if the plant is dying, she will bring it back to life. I swear. She's just really good at that kind of stuff. Tomorrow I got a volleyball game to go to for my granddaughter. Let's see, I got to go to the post office because I got to mail a dish out. Got to work on the tractor because mower deck doesn't want to stay running. And with today's technology, we have all these stinking wires and stuff that tell everything to turn on and off, and it's a pain. So I got to try to figure that out and see what's going on there. So I got a lot going on tomorrow. And sometime I have to try to get some sleep. Whisper is taught me everything I know, cooking and otherwise. Started cooking by making my dad and myself fried eggs and breakfast. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. That's cool. So that was my last bowl to trim. I have this big pie dish. But his bottom still needs to dry a little bit. And I'm almost afraid this guy here is a little shallow on the bottom. I don't know. I might decide he don't make it. I mean, he still feels Like he's still got some thickness here, but it needs to be the same. It needs to be even. And I'm afraid that it's not even. So we'll wait for him to dry out a little bit before I trim him up. He can sit in a bag till he dries up a little bit. So, well, Mandy, you've had a lot of responsibility for a young age. Busy man, Terry. Hope you have at the game, and good luck with the tractor. It'll be easier having Miss Jackie under the same roof. That is for sure. It will be a lot nicer having her under the roof. It will be a blessing. It will be a blessing. There ain't no doubt. Because she does a lot around here. I mean, she makes sure that I'm fed all the time. And of course, you know, she does all the cooking. And she does the laundry and stuff. And because she doesn't like how I do it. Put it on the rim. Well, I'm afraid, Gail, if I put it on the rim, if I do, the bottom's gonna draw in, you know. If I put that big plate on the rim, because I'm afraid it's too. Here's the thing: I'm afraid it's too thin on the bottom, and I have thickness on the sides, and it feels like it's pretty close in the middle. It's about 1/4 of an inch thick in the middle, which is not too bad, but for a large dish like that, I like to have it a little bit thicker, but I don't know. I might have to remake that one. I might have to remake it. Let's see. I'd like to think so. My dad got disabled on paper officially in 2021, but it has been suffering with his body progressively since 2017, maybe. Oh, wow. Have fun at the game, and pardon my brain works too fast for my hands. Yeah, I'm definitely going to put it in plastic, Gail. I'm definitely going to put it in plastic. But I'm still thinking I might have to let it go. And just I have to make a couple of these big ones anyhow. So I think what I might do is make 2 new ones. Because recycling the clay is not a big deal. I don't ever mind doing that. You know, sometimes pieces, when I feel them, you know, and if they don't quite meet what I think they need to be, they go in the bin. You know, I've had several pieces that I've done that with. Several pie plates that I just, you know, I thought I had the right thickness on the bottom, and I could feel it. It's like, nah, it's not quite where I want to have it. And I don't want it breaking. That was the thing, is I don't want them breaking in the middle, and I want them to have flat bottoms. So sometimes if they tend to raise up in the middle, I'll just discard them. I want them to stay flat in the middle. So, but yeah, so he may be recycled. Unfortunately, that's just how it's probably going to go. The rest of these bowls turned out really well. I mean, it's too bad that I left them dry as long as they did, but they actually turned out really well. And they'll have a little foot on them, so I can actually grab them when I go to glaze them. I always like to do that. So, yeah, they'll be dried till tomorrow almost, probably. I mean, we're in the basement, so it doesn't get like real hot down here. And I do run the dehydrator, dehumidifier down here because it is the basement. So I do need to do that. If I don't do that, it gets musty smelling down here. But that's why I can't wait till I get a studio. But I do have pie plates and stuff that I have in there in the kiln room, which is why I'm making a bunch more of this stuff, because I need to make another load. So I got people that want some pie plates off of me, some big pie plates. So I need to get those done. My daughter wants 30 chip and dips, but she wants it out of the spotted clay, which I don't have any more of. I need to buy some more of that. So I need to do 30 chip and dip plates for her wedding. And I'll actually make more than that, actually, because if I just I can't take a chance on one of them breaking, and then I won't have enough. How old is your dad? Some days it's hard for him to get from his chair, and other days we go in many venture, the family, wheelchair. I wish I could take the pain from him. 51 in June. Wow. That's so sad, Mandy, that he got disabled. But Mandy, it sounds like he has good care, with you there. And you're taking good care of him. He is. It's very young. Yeah, it's young to be disabled. Wow. Yeah, well, I tell you what, my wife, she goes through a lot of stuff. She has a lot going on with her. As you guys know, I mean, and it's tough on her. Yeah, definitely, Cynthia, we all have to do prayers for sure. Yeah, because Jackie has a lot going on too, and it can be overwhelming at times, it can be. Well, Mandy, I will keep your dad in my prayers and your family in my prayers. I'll keep him in my prayers, and hopefully that, something happens that helps him out. That's because it's a lot of things that you're listed there that are wrong that he's having issues with, I know Jackie has so bad arthritis that her knuckles and stuff are huge and stuff. You know what I mean? Where her arthritis is just that bad. And of course her joints are shot. She keeps plowing through, she's a tough woman. She just keeps going, but yeah, I'm sure it's tough on her. I'm thinking if she probably didn't have some of the meds that she's taken, she wouldn't be able to get through the day. I think the meds really help her, especially probably the pain meds help her get through her day. So she really needed this trip with her sisters and to have some fun, So it's really good that she's had that. Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it quits for tonight. It's about 11. Yeah, it is 11 o'clock. And I might try to get, maybe 3 hours sleep. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, because I'm just going to be tired anyhow when I wake up. So it's almost better that I stay awake and then be really tired and then go to bed. So we'll see. We'll see what I do. I don't know. Mandy, yeah, there was a couple of years in the beginning where the list just kept getting longer and longer. Like, what else could there be? And then he has to have the next thing. Glad it was Heather. I love it. Yeah. Well, it's tough, Mandy. It's tough. I mean, we went through that with Jackie too because they didn't know. We were seeing all kinds of different doctors because we didn't know what was wrong with her, but we knew something was wrong, and so we kept going to doctor after doctor after doctor, and then finally, we she met a doctor down in Maryland that said, that he said you don't. He says you act like you have MS, but it's not MS. He said it was oh my, what is it? I can't remember now what it was. But it's not MS, but it acts like MS. And anyhow, so he said that, and then he said for us to go to Penn State Hershey Medical Center. So we went up there to see a specialist, and then he confirmed it. He did some more tests and said, yeah, that's definitely what it is. And so then, at least she had a diagnosis. She knew what was going on. And then they were able to give her meds to help with those issues. So, but it took us a while to get to that point. It just seemed like doctors didn't know what it was. They run tests and say, well, I think it's this, but they say, I think. They were never sure as to what was exactly going on. So it was quite a road to haul there for a while where she just, well, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, but what was causing this? There was an underlying illness. What is it? And they didn't know. So I'm glad we actually were able to find that out. More than on my own life myself, he's my great friend. That's awesome, Mandy, that you're so close to your dad. So yeah, that's wonderful that you're so close to him. He's your best friend, a great friend. Yeah, your dad will definitely be in my prayers. You will be in my prayers, and until something gets better, right? You're gonna be in my prayers. Thank you for streaming, everyone. Thank you for streaming. Everyone have a great night. Thank you, Gail. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a busy day for me. Here's well, Gail. Be safe. Prayers for your dad. Thank you. Andy says thank you. All right, guys. Thank you very much. There's 7 people on here. If you're not talking, that's fine. But sometimes get into the chat and start talking. I mean, if you got questions for me, you can always ask me questions. There's great people in the chat as well. We all kind of turn into a family on here. So I with this many people online, we can all chat and be friendly, and we're never bad on the hair. we're always nice to each other. Oh, I love you, Cynthia. Yeah. Thank you for streaming so long and late. Get some sleep. Yeah, I will try to get some sleep for sure. I definitely will try. Oh man. Love you as well. Thank you. Love you guys. You guys are wonderful. Just hanging with me till 11 o'clock at night. I really appreciate it. I'm kind of lonely until Jackie gets home. I'm lonely. So thank you all for hanging out with me. And we will catch you again soon, I hope. It won't be tomorrow probably because I'll be so busy. And if I do get on here anytime tomorrow, it'll be late. So I probably won't be on. But anyhow, thank you guys. Everybody, thank you. Thank you for sticking around. All 7 of you, I love you. And make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification and select all. That way you're notified when I do go live because I don't have a set schedule. So it helps that way that you will be notified when I go live. If you liked what you saw tonight. And all I did really tonight was trim, but I do throwing, I do glazing, we do live kiln openings. And I will be doing more teaching as well as far as how to throw and some different techniques and that kind of stuff. So if you like that kind of content and you like chit chat, please join us. We have a lot of fun on here. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get to the camera here. I want to thank you all again. Let me take the camera off of here, turn you all around so I can see you all. There you go. All right, guys. Thank you very much for sticking with me. Love you all. And we will see you again soon. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. And Mandy, your dad will be in my prayers for sure. And so will you. All right, guys. See ya. Love you all. Good night.